Hey everybody. Let's show you how to bust into one of these crabs there and get all the goodies. I already had a couple, but first you gotta do is bust all his legs off. You save and go eat these later, or use them for soup. That's what my grandmother used to do. These are actually cold, so they're a little tougher to get the meat out of the legs when they're cold. But you just rip the legs off like such. This is a male blue crab. This is actually his genitalia. But you just rip that off. Bust him open like this. And boy, he was a fat one. He was getting ready to slough his shell. All this stuff here is fat. If it was hot and right out of the pan, it'd be quite tasty, but I don't like it cold. And that's his brain and his mouth. This is his lungs. You rip all that off. Used to be a rumor going around when I was a kid that they called these dead men. If you ate them, you would die. But somebody I know ate them on purpose just to prove to their parents that they wouldn't die. But they did get sick as hell. Because the filters all, I mean, these are bottom feeders. They eat anything dead. And you crack them open like that, bust them in half. Boy, he was really ready. When they're fat like this with the yellow in it, it means he's just ready to slough his shell and get into a bigger shell. Because they're just like spiders. They actually back themselves out of these shells every couple months and grow into new shells. That's why you never want to catch or eat crabs right after a full moon, because they haven't filled them, they haven't grown in their shells yet, because they slough at a full moon. Anyway, I've seen a lot of people trying to dig this out and pick it out, but my father showed me years ago. Just take a butter knife, cut it in half, you get the other side, cut them in half, and it gives you full access to all the meat inside. And it's delicious. Real sweet. This is the top. I'll show you a back fin. The back fin is like the biggest muscle on a crab. That's what he swims with. It's these ones right here. And when you buy it around here, it's about $15 a pound for the lump meat. Well, that is one muscle for that fin. And on the bigger crabs, you get even twice or 3 times as much. But I dip it in the crab seasoning and right down the gullet. And then you just break them apart as you go. My father actually used to check my shells to make sure I was getting all the crab meat out of them before I got another one when I was a kid, because they were so expensive. You just terrorize it. I break the knuckles off. Then I just run my finger up the separations in the crab, and you get all the meat out of it. See, totally clean. And I understand they have these in the Gulf, blue crabs, but they're not Chesapeake Bay blue crabs. And if you guys don't know, the Chesapeake Bay is the biggest bay in the world. In Maryland here, and it goes in all the way down into Virginia. But do your research, do a little check, Google it, Chesapeake Bay, largest bay in the world. Rockfish, oysters, blue crabs, all kinds of good eating in that bay. Here's the other back fin. I mean, now that's some good eating. A lot of work. Most people say, man, that's a lot of work just to get. If you ever tasted this, it's worth every second of time. You can also dip it in melted butter. That's always good too. But I bought these cold down at the store just because I had an impulse to have me some crustaceans today. So people were saying, you crazy. I want to know who the crazy bastard was that ate one of these for the first time. It was probably an Indian, because there used to be Susquehannock Indians around here, all up and down the bay, on the eastern shore, and And all the way down in Virginia, there was another tribe of Indians down there that lived right on the bay. But all I need now is some Mitchell's white sweet corn, steamed over the crabs with Old Bay, and that's Old Bay and rock salt, and a little black pepper. Ted, when you get here, like I said, we'll be munching these. And you need to remember how I showed you how to cut them apart and get all that good meat out of them. And we'll drink it with some Natty Boh, hon. That used to be a beer manufactured here in Maryland and Baltimore. They don't make it anymore. So there you go. I just devoured a crab for you guys. The sauce is good, man. I need me some more. Alright, see you guys later.